Hey guys, today you are going to be creating some savings goals. So, yesterday we looked at different strategies to help us save, and one thing that was mentioned was to help create goals. So, we know that creating goals and writing them down will help us stay accountable to those goals that we set. So, in this activity, you are going to identify what your savings goals are, calculate how much you need to save, and write a letter to your future self to help you actually reach these goals. So I'm briefly going to just go over my expectations for this assignment and give some helpful hints so that you can complete it. And hopefully this should take you, maybe a half hour to complete, depending on how much research it takes you for some of your goals. So also, I want to just have you keep in mind that everything that we are doing in this class is to help your future self. So please take the time to be sure that you're putting thought into this and really trying to apply it to your life. Because the goal of this class is that a lot of kids don't have the opportunity to have personal finance in high school, so the goal is that when you get out on your own, you have an idea of how to set up a checking account, how to set up a savings account. What type of investments do I need to have? Why is it important to have insurance? Um, so just take that into account that this is all to help you in your real life. All right. So with that said, the first thing you're going to do here is to let me get my little focus mouse. So the first thing you're going to do is think about short-term, medium, and long-term goals. And it defines here how a short-term goal is something, in the next couple months. Medium-term goals are going to be sometime if you're choosing to go to college. So sometime, you can even think about by the end of college. And then long-term goals are those things that are years out and in front of us. You need to have at least 5 in each of these categories here. And then you're going to answer some questions about that. Question 5 doesn't need any explanation either. Part 2 is what I really want to spend some time discussing and how I'm going to expect answers to come into me. So, part 2 is about calculating how much you actually need to save. So we know that when we set goals, our goals need to be, if we use a SMART goal, need to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So the attainable and realistic part comes into how much do I actually need to be saving for this goal to happen. So we're going to look at Sonia, who wants to buy a computer that she can use for school next year, which is 9 months away. She discovers that she can buy a computer for $400 at a discount electronics store in town. So, how much does Sonia have to save every month to buy the computer? Well, we know it's going to cost her $400 divided by 9 months is $44.44 a month. What does that calculate to a week? Well, if it's $44 a month, there are 4 weeks in a month, so that's $11 a week. And then there are 7 days in a week, so that's going to be $1.59 a day. This right, doing this math and breaking it down by month, by week, by day, and by day, this is what makes goals seem realistic, attainable, and achievable. So we know, think about something that costs you $1.59 every day. If you get a Polar Pop, you're halfway there. So cut out the Polar Pop for 9 months so that you can make this happen. So this here is what I'm going to expect to see when it's your turn to pick something. So you are going to pick one of your medium or long-term savings goals from question 4, write it below. You're going to need to do some research about how much that's going to cost. And I'm going to expect to see a website or how do you know how much this is going to cost. Then you're going to write that figure below. Then you're going to do that. So you're going to need to provide just like this did. So I'm going to need to see the math here. So, so if it cost me $500 and I'm expecting this to take me 2 years, 2 years would be 24 months. So I want to see this math of $500 divided by 24 months equals. This is what I am going to expect to see. Then in the second week, actually, let's just do the math. So 500 divided by 24 is $20.83. So then per week, I need 20.83 divided by 4 weeks. Whoops. Divided by 4 is $5.21. So then per day, shoot, 521 divided by 7. So I need to save 75 cents per day. So this is what I'm going to expect to see out of you here. You're going to come up with some strategies. Why is it helpful to break down the total amount into small chunks? And then the last thing is about the keeping yourself accountable. So you are going to write a letter to your future self, and those directions are bullet pointed down here. So it doesn't need to be super long, but something that's meaningful that will help keep you accountable. Okay, so this is what you're doing today for creating your own savings goals.